Hi. And she said, I was listening to a reader this morning. I didn't listen to much. I didn't listen to much before. I thought, oh, I'm gonna have fun with just that little bit. You ever seen the movie Idiocracy? Have you? Have you? Seems like your world's problems. It seems like your cult leader is Upgrade. So now you got a bunch of karmics being led by Upgrade. Now my question is, did they get any upgrades? Did they transform? Did they get any? Did they get any upgrades? Hey, you were doing so good over there. She was doing really good over there. However, she likes Darth Vader. She likes Darth Vader. Anyway, so if you've got a rich upgrade, and they don't like starseeds being in their unicorn energy, that's what is that, like an INFJ unicorn? And then they're jealous. They're jealous because they're the covert narcissist. Get, Getting their mask removed. And when you put the covert narcissist Upgrade's face on your Christ heart consciousness chakra, chances are you just start creating from the heart. And that's got to be shocking. It's got to be shocking. However, I mean, what did we learn? Well, one, you don't try to sell Earth Angels on American soil. Trying to sell Earth Angels to the highest bidder on American soil causes Lincoln County, New Mexico to just go underwater. They just go under. The whole county, they just go under. Simple enough. Man, it makes you wonder, how much did that cost? Upgrade. If you've never seen Idiocracy, today's movie day. Today's Monday movie day. Today's Monday movie day. Now, and light paves the way. We've all seen the great trash heap collapse of, what was it, 2035 or 50, or who knows? I can't remember the date. Doesn't matter. We're seeing that trash heap collapse as we speak in the form of natural disasters. And I appreciate the giggles in the comments. Said I might need to make an appointment, and it's what it is. However, and I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to be rude, but and when you have a locked and loaded INFJ Earth Angel conspiracy, I have to make an appointment with the Earth Angel first. I have to make, there's too much sacrifice the Earth Angel energy out there, surrounded by Upgrade and his merry band of pimp toes. And it's just what it is. I mean, when you have that many in the gaggle of bees, it's just what it is. And I understand that there's no profit in the cure, and there's way more profit in selling women instead of upgrades. It's just what it is. I mean, we can upgrade our abilities, or we can get sold to the biggest cockroach for $1, and it's just what it is. I mean, women for $1. That's there's another movie. Today's double feature Monday. What movie was that? There, RoboCop. I'd buy that for $1. Anyway, and if I understand that they don't like the truth, especially when it comes to crooked cops. When you have crooked cops in the energy, and I mean, we all know the military in Idiocracy, they were Upgrade's biggest fans. They were Upgrade's biggest fans, and I mean, I think I'm going to go out and buy a bottle of baby oil today so that I can have a Diddy Tower prop. There's enough memes, and and I kind of hate, taking the sacrificed anointed crown in my right hand when I make the Diddy Tower joke. However, to think that all of this conspiracy energy across the collective is due to, and it was Jenny just said it. She said, Pisces, all of this is not just a coincidence. I said, no, Jenny, it's not all just coincidence. It's all magic backfiring. And I mean, remember, as soon as you take the mask off of Darth Vader, he goes from James Earl Jones into gasping for air. And I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about Darth Vader needing that one last breath. They need that one last breath. Simple enough to truly get the prawn into the lungs. To truly get the prawn into the lungs, sometimes you have to remove the mask. It's just what it is. Now, when I hear that, hey, that'll be enough of that. That's breakfast. That's breakfast. She has breakfast all the time. Oh, and she's acting like she hadn't even had breakfast yet. Anyway, when you have a group collaboration overseas and on American soil, playing with magic, spell work, voodoo, all of those things, it's best just to take Uncle Sam. If you go to my community page, you'll see Uncle Sam. Rough. Looks like the Daisy. She's back to breakfast. Daisy, you can't. Daisy, come here. She's acting like she hadn't even had breakfast yet. Anyway, when you take crooked police officers and you put them in the same category with Uncle Sam on my community page trying to trap a Reiki teddy bear, trying to trap a Reiki teddy bear. They don't like Reiki teddy bears. They don't. And thank you. You said you wish you had have known in the comments you did. You said you wish you had have known when you were a psych nurse about the uncontrolled murmurs. And it's simple enough. You got to think though. I wish I would have known. When a doctor's opinion, when a duper, I like to call them dupers because they'll give you the opinion. You'll tell them the information is on Google, and then they will gaslight you. They will say they can put anything on Google. And I started thinking, I'm like, well, yes, but the coined terms Google it and doctor it are two completely different realms of the truth hurts. The truth hurts. It's just what it is. You can Google it and find the truth, or you can doctor it, and that's just a different kind of truth that hurts. That's a physical truth. That's physical evidence of there's pain. Here, do you want the breakfast? Go back over there and bark at the breakfast. She says, no, I've already had breakfast. But you're acting like you haven't even had breakfast yet. No, she wants love. She just wants love. So when I hear that billionaire cult leaders are pimping the gaggle of bees, they bees in the trap, bees in the trap with the Reiki teddy bear. Do they bees in the trap with the Reiki teddy bear? We're going to have to take the Reiki teddy bear out of Uncle Sam's trap and replace it with upgrade. And the gaggle of bees, because I mean, they're all basically in the same barrel. Now, when I hear Mystic Nine say count your days, is that like some Sesame Street? Is that like, are we going back to the Sesame Street? Is that, are those days on two hands? Because she said count your days. Higher. She's back to barking at the breakfast again, and she's not going to give up. She's telling you. I mean, and I agree with Jenny. These things just simply aren't coincidences because there's no such thing as a coincidence. These are signs, synchronicities, and omens during times of judgment. And with all of this magic backfiring, you got to keep in mind, it's not just their magic backfiring, it's everybody's. Everybody that played with that shit, it's backfiring nicely. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, you're going to pet me with that? You're going to pet me with that, aren't you? Yes, you are. Hey, here, we're going to do a reading. We're going to do a reading. We're going to do a reading. It's okay. We're going to do a reading. We're going to do a reading. Here. No, here. Here. We're going to do a reading. There you go. We've made a gate. No, gate shut. Gate shut. You have to be smarter than the dog. If you haven't heard that story, remind me sometime and I'll tell you. God got us all that is, angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light, has to be a clear and infinite chance for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those other readings for. Namaste. So I hear they don't like Pisces spiritual protection, and that's a concern. Why would they not like Pisces spiritual protection? This is simple enough. Are they trying to break through? Are they trying to break through Pisces boundaries? Like a band of upgrades from idiocracy. Like a band of upgrades from idiocracy. They're trying to break through Pisces boundaries because, selling humans, I guess, sounds so nice on American soil. Or any other soil for that matter. Any other soil for that matter. And I mean, to hear that they're trying to steal property, and using a gaggle of bees in the trap, using a gaggle of bees in the trap, using a gaggle of bees to do it. Daisy. Simple enough. Teach me to leave the rest of my meal on the table. Simple enough. She's just like a dog. If you leave something laying out, they get obsessed. They just bark and because they think it's theirs. Just dirty dogs. Just dirty dogs. They see something laying there. You've left it on the counter to come back to later, and it's just what it is. Acting like they haven't even had breakfast yet. You leave it on the counter, and they just act like they haven't even had breakfast yet. That's it. Go bark at the cat. Bees in the trap. Bees in the trap. Thank you, Spirit. So to think that the planet is under judgment due to upgrade from idiocracy, because that's what she was just talking about. That's what she was just talking about. Having cult members and secret whatever. Yeah, and I mean, I don't care about what Freemasons do. When I hear Black Wind say that these people must not realize that an earth angel can take a nap and wake up to a town gone. And then when cataclysm is said by Mystic Nine, that tells me that, the great words of Albert Einstein, I do believe it was Albert Einstein, correct me if I'm wrong, said, I don't know what WW3 will be fought with, but WW4 will be fought with sticks and stones. So, thank you, Spirit. If there is a cataclysm or a town disappearing, and we've had that information of Freemasons with issues around children and their money and the power getting in the way. Keep in mind, what do they have to defend themselves from their own bricks flying at them? Simple enough, because they said WW4 would be fought with sticks and stones. So, and let's face it, nothing says nursing home abuse like a good cataclysm. Thank you, Spirit. Do. Thank you, Spirit. Jenny said, Pisces, these things are not just coincidences. I thought, you're right, Jenny. You don't get light paves the way pointing you towards a one-legged monk accident and then find out Marathon, Texas. Marathon, Texas had an earthquake. 33 miles from something. Run the numbers. At 33rd degree. It just pops in there so fluently, doesn't it? Simple enough. Monks get hit by a car in Texas when you're not supposed to mess with monks in Texas. Trash box, Texas. And then, you end up with an earthquake in Marathon, Texas. It just works out so beautifully. The universe has such a good sense of humor. Such a good sense of humor. Simple enough. However, when Black Wind says things like, for the community that abuse the Earth Angel, storms of devastation and destruction come. And then when she goes on to say, do these people not realize that Earth Angel can take a nap and wake up to a whole town gone? When I hear that type of advice, that tells me to increase my sleep schedule, because rest is good. Rest is good. It's good for the body. It's good for the body. Yeah, simple enough. I knew it was coming. Daisy Grazy. Yeah, and by the way, remind John Wick that I have his dog. I do. I have John Wick's dog. While he's taking care of the gaggle of bees and the herd of upgrades, simple enough. I'll be babysitting. I'll be babysitting sweet little pushing up Daisy. Looking for an Earth Angel appointment. While storms of devastation and destruction can be on these people's minds. That's what it is. You don't want Earth Angels living in their head rent free when storms of devastation and destruction sound so much better. So much better. Simple enough. Yep, planet is upside down. The planetary shift has been flipped upside down. They did not want you to ascend. They loaded you up like crabs in a barrel. They did everything they could to sell you a gaggle of bees in a trap rather than upgrades to ascend. And when I hear that they are attacking starseeds, where are these starseeds they're attacking? Simple enough. Simple enough. I mean, for me to hear that energy and over and over and over and over again, and then Pisces, they can't believe your spiritual protection. Okay, well, cool. So if Pisces has unbelievable spiritual protection and they're attacking starseeds, it looks like 1 + 1 has to be done by someone other than Upgrade. It's just what it is, because he'll never count her money right. He won't. It's just what it is. He thinks that they're blind. He thinks that they're blind, and it's generally the blind leading the blind. Look at that magic magnetism. Now, as I continue to call my energy back that was harvested without my consent, there may be some effects. It may have some effects on some individuals. Some of the readers say it will. It say that people are obsessed with Pisces, Sun, Waters, Kundalini, Fire, Gemini, Moonshine. Now, when you have people that are addicted to energy like they've been slamming moonshine, it's just what it is. It's just what it is. I'm looking for appointments. Looking for appointments with those Earth Angels that they couldn't sacrifice. And it's such a beautiful Monday to do that. There too, again, you never know. Pisces has to move in silence. Maybe I'll take a nap. Maybe I'll take a nap and give the advice that Earth Angels, sleep is very important. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep, and maybe towns will continue to disappear. Who knows? Who knows? The joy of putting these things in God's hands. The joy of putting things in God's hands. Now, you've got Straight from the Divine talking about God's wrath. So, think Upgrade. You've got Black Wind, and Happy Bro. I hope she had a good birthday weekend. You have her talking about the underworld, and I mean, when she's talking about the underworld being involved protecting Earth Angels from these triggered demons, I mean, that falls in this. Every time I hear a reader say the Earth Angel understood the assignment, I'm like, well, okay, great. So we reincarnated 316. We incarnated on 316, and then we found the devil. We found the Capricorn devil. And then we ascended into union with the divine light. We have the light that triggers the demons. A real anointing irritates real demons. Zen Zone said that. So with all this he said, she said bullshit, that's basically incarnating 316, finding the devil, ascending into divine white light union with God, triggering all of the demons and basically leaving everyone behind with the devil and natural disasters. So while everybody is being left behind Well, I'm looking for that Earth Angel. They've got to be up there somewhere. I hear, do Earth Angels fly? Do they? It's just, they must be up there somewhere. I have to keep looking up instead of down. I have to keep looking up for the Earth Angels instead of down. Yeah, because you don't want to be looking down on people. You don't want to be looking down on people. No, no, no. We want to look up to the Earth Angels. Simple enough. Simple enough. I can agree with that. Yeah, nothing these people do will ever grow again. Looks like trees are being uprooted by God. And, I think when I heard God was going to hit one out of the park, I thought, what, people with trees? This is what it is. I mean, God uses trees for baseball bats. Simple enough. Simple enough. Yeah, look at that. The government is doing everything they can to go take the money and run. Government is doing everything they can to go. Not only were they in your children, but now they're in your bank account. They were in your children, and now they're in your bank account. And we're just going to call judgment on that. Old dirty Uncle Sam. Simple enough. It'll never be Uncle Sam again. It will always, due to the Frankenstein files on an island, it will always be that good old dirty uncle. You know, that dirty uncle you just didn't want to sit in their lap. You just don't want to be sitting in dirty Uncle Sam's lap. Look at that. Yep, be a lot of soul travel. I hear mass exodus. Now, when I hear Chicago say mass exodus, it always makes me think of Xmas. Oh, why did they call it Xmas? Was it like a cross turned sideways into an X? Was it a treasure mark? Is it a treasure mark? Because I know X marks the spot. And I mean, 2 X's, that's just what it is. 2 X's is not as bad as 3. 2 X's is not as bad as 3. 3 X's, that leads to upgrade. 3 X's leads to only upgrade being your biggest fan. And it's just what it is. It's just what it is. It's what it is. If never mind. So we're going to move on down to exploration. What will the starseeds be exploring? Yeah, people's inner vision was upside down. Upgrade's inner vision was upside down. So now you have that unicorn energy that they don't like, being surrounded by a gaggle of bees in a trap. And when you have these schmexual cults, when you have these schmexual cult energies all off in the cards, I mean, nothing screws an entire schmex cult faster than a crooked pig. Crooked pigs, they will screw those rings. It's just what it is. They will get right in there and they'll get their little hooves dirty. They'll roll around in the mud with them. Simple enough. Anyway, my advice to Earth Angels is, get more rest. Absolutely. You want to get more rest. You want to be recharged. And ready to go. Simple enough. While we're letting the hands of God give these humans an applause. Simple enough. Nothing better than putting humans in God's hands and then asking for a round of applause. Because I hear the ancestors are happy with Pisces. So we're going to focus on Pisces. Because there's Pisces in a group recruiting people. Simple enough. It's just what it is. And to be wrapped up in a sacrifice an Earth Angel, an INFJ Earth Angel scandal. Sacrifice an INFJ Earth Angel scandal. Simple enough. I don't want any part of it. I'm looking for the Earth Angel they tried to sacrifice while they're all looking for their parts in a scandal. Simple enough. Not much I can do about that. Simple enough. So everybody, enjoy your Monday. And try not to take it too seriously. Simple. And when you start taking these things seriously, then that's she did. And shout out to Light Paves the Way. Yes, that would be the hate crash. That would have been the 245 timestamp. Yes, that would have been the hate crash. Yeah, and I'm seeing that happen consistently around me on a regular basis. So that's what it is. They can't keep their motorcycles on the road. They can't keep the applesauce on the shelf at Walmart. The waitresses can't keep the honey in their hands in the restaurant. Nothing worse than dropping the honey. That shit leaves a mess. You ever tried to fucking clean up honey? Oh my God. anyway, and you would think as sticky as the bottle is, they ought to be able to hold on to it. No, 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 no. They lose the honey. Simple enough. Simple enough. However, it also perfectly fits the left behind prophecy. So simple enough, leaving their ass behind. And Frank was saying, now when you have a gaggle of bees that are now at the vibration, oh God, we're wrapped up in an earth angel conspiracy. That's got to be hell. That's got to be a bunch of little demons running around in hell. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm running around looking for an appointment. I'm so excited. I'm just blissfully looking for an appointment while, they're running around in hell trying to figure out how to cover up the evidence. There's an earth angel out there that is still kicking, alive and kicking. And I'm going to make an appointment. I want to find out how. How are you still alive and kicking? Alive and kicking while everybody's running around. Upgrade. King Kong ain't got shit on me. That's when you go from Idiocracy to Training Day. So, everyone have a beautiful day. And that's my question. How much does it cost to buy somebody out of an INFJ conspiracy? How much does that cost? Simple enough. Simple enough, because I mean that would be the thing. That would be the narrative that they're trying to control across the collective. It's touch not my anointed, and they touch the anointed because a real anointing irritates real demons. So while I'm looking for that real anointing that irritates real demons, simple enough. I mean, when the students read, I want to learn because I hear they fumbled the angel. The final test before their destruction. And me, I like tests. So I'm going to go and find this earth angel they're talking about. I'm going to make sure that I don't fail that test because I don't want to meet my destruction. Hey, look at that. Works out nicely, doesn't it? So, simple enough. I mean, everybody can kind of run around and figure out, oh my God, what have we done? And that's what we're asking. That's what we keep. What have you done? What have you done? We're trying to make an appointment with earth angels to find out what you've done. And we keep running into everything you're doing. We're looking for earth angels to find out what you've done. And everywhere we go, we run into more dumb shit you're doing. Look at this dumb shit they're doing. They're just doing more dumb shit. It's another wall of dumb shit. Oh, God. I call it the dumb shit wall to repel it. I go to walk in. Oh, there's a wall of dumb shit. Just makes me turn around. I just got to turn around. Can't be walking into walls of dumb shit all the time. Simple enough. So you guys tell me. And when I got the giggle, I already knew. It's like, I need to make an appointment. It's just what it is. I think the more of us that are late, but you gotta think, I have to make the appointment because we have to find the earth angel. Once I find that earth angel and I make the appointment, then I can be like, hey, look, earth angel over here, and then we can go from there. It's more of an educational thing. It's more of learning a lesson. I mean, number one, I didn't think that we allowed Upgrade and his fucking gaggle of bees in a trap to sacrifice earth angels, but it's what these readers say. Readers are just coming right out the woodwork saying it's that humanity ascending and activating their innate abilities. That's just not as important as the amount of money you can get from energy harvesting off of children and selling women on the black market. Maybe even earth angels. Who knows? I would say, based on the signs, synchronicities, and omens that we've already had in the cards. Certain earth angels trying to sell them on the dark web or bring hit. And I mean, let's face it. Come on, if you don't have, they're talking Pisces. They don't like your spiritual abilities. They tell everybody you're a fake, a fraud, a phony because you're exposing them. And yes, and I mean that's generally my question. If you don't have hitmen, crooked cops, dirty Uncle Sam members, pimps, hoes. If you don't have all of these thieves running around, addicts, oh God, we love those rockheads. Nobody hustles free advertising faster than an addict. What kind of psychic are you? And it's what it is. I'm looking for that psychic. Simple enough. They wouldn't be trying to silence the truth unless that's what it was. And let's face it, I mean, the truth hurts. Especially when, and I agree, because, and let's go back to that, because you said as a psych nurse, I wish I would have known about the uncontrollable murmurs. It's what it is. I mean, as soon as you go over to the signs of the universe, it tells you spirit speaking through people. And the minute that I started noticing it, the minute I started listening to crazy people, homeless people on the street will tell you exactly what the fuck you need to know. Spirit, the body jumpers that all these readers are talking about, simple enough. And the more you look into the research, the more you're like, oh my God. So that's what they're on, a different fucking plane of existence, saying exactly what. And when they'll say something off the wall, if you'll fucking listen to what they said and cross reference it with your thoughts, what were you thinking? Simple enough. You know, I've told the story before. I lost a starseed due to telepathic abilities. Simple enough. Listening to someone else about how crazy he was. When you go through a spiritual awakening, generally it comes from traumatic loss. Okay, cool. So any 21-year-old kid not being accepted at home anymore because of my two dads. Confirmation. Simple enough. Oh, me and Jerry, we're going to open up a flower shop, right, and live the birdcage lifestyle with a 21-year-old kid that's a starseed. Imagine that. He couldn't wait to get his meds. Oh God, I got to get my meds. I got to take my meds. He was on the good shit. I don't blame him. Anyway, when you're hooked on that shit, I don't blame you. That's what it is. I got to get down there and get that good shit. When you're trying to explain to him he asked me what I was doing. I'm going through Jose Silva mind control training. He wants to know, so we're talking about it. And I'm like, man, you fit every category of a fucking spiritual awakening known to man. You're not going crazy. You're just waking up. Okay, cool. So let's talk about this. It's like, we started talking about Dolores. I'm like, Dolores Cannon talks about how they medicate you just to dull down your abilities. Oh, yeah, but I have to have my meds. I agree, and I don't give medical advice. If someone's giving you medication, then fucking I don't give them that's fine. But why do you think you're crazy? And then I'm chewing his ass out. I'm like, this fucking kid won't listen. the whole high-powered mental rant. He goes, the devil's in my head. Josh, what does the devil say? Little fucker repeated everything I just thought. Josh, the devil's not in your head. You're fucking Sookie from True Blood. You're the blonde waitress walking around hearing everybody's fucking thoughts. And I just got through listening to Vishen Lakiani with Mind Valley explain to me how Jose Silva, the radio repairman, knew that the brain was a transmitter and a receiver. So here I am transmitting, and here old little Josh is just receiving. Send him down the rabbit hole because of my edification. Cool. So instead of me, because they want the information. The problem is they just don't want it they want to argue with you. It's not that they don't want the information. They just don't want to fucking hear it from you. They want to hear it from someone else. If someone else tells them and they're on a fucking YouTube screen or they're reading it in a book, someone else is telling you. Can't argue with a fucking book. You can't argue with the YouTube personality. But you got someone in front of you. You can sit there and drain the shit out of them. And now the energy vampire aspect of humanity kicks in, the one-sided emotional drive-by. Let me just dump all this shit on you. Come on. One of the INFJ memes is giving you a toast. He says, to all the INFJs, when you're everybody's personal therapist and need one your damn self. Oh, as soon as I see that meme, well, yeah, in the hell, I'm going to make an Earth Angel appointment. While they're out there trying to sacrifice Earth Angels, I'm going to try to make an appointment. Simple enough. Let's see who wins. Will I get an appointment before God's wrath removes these people from the face of the earth? We're going to find out. We're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Namaste.